Hi, I'm Dan from ThemeParkNut.com, and today we're going to be doing a book review of Walt and the Promise of Progress City by Sam Gennawey. Every theme park fan worth his salt knows the story of Walt Disney and the creation of Disneyland. But let me tell you, you haven't read it like this. In Walt and the Promise of Progress City, Sam Gennawey takes us through the story of Walt and the spark of Disneyland reaching up to the height of its success and then dropping to the tragedy of Progress City never being built because Walt had passed away. Well, I'm sure you all know where that journey goes. It's such a journey, this book, that it's absolutely worth taking it and looking at all the little details along the way. This book is a love letter to Walt Disney. Not that it romanticizes him as a person, but it celebrates his artistic legacy in the worlds of architecture and urban design. It tells you about the strengths of Disneyland and the little details that make it so special, but also of the failures that Walt had his heart set on but never really happened. And for the record, those failures were both within Walt's life and after he'd passed away. The overwhelming feeling that this book gave me was, what would have happened if Walt had lived just that little bit longer? Not that all of his romanticized ideals about the perfect tomorrow would have ever eventuated, but what if a small fraction of them did? In a way, this book is a tragedy more than anything else. We could never have really had the Progress City that Walt imagined in his mind, but again, people said that to him about Disneyland, so who knows? Ultimately, Disney did shape more than the amusement park industry when he built Disneyland. He changed the world of urban planning and architecture as well. Gennawey shows us that he had so much left in store for those worlds that he was practically bursting when he passed away. And yes, we did get Walt Disney World, but we all know that that was never what Walt Disney had in store for that property. Not by a long shot. And yet, reading this book, it isn't a tragedy. Gennawey's gift, as it's clearly in display in this book, is to not only show us the what if Walt had lived, but also to encourage us to take up the mantle. Walt Disney was an amazing man in many, many ways, but he was just a man. This is an amazing theme park book, and one that every theme park nerd should read. I give Walt and the Promise of Progress City 4.5 out of 5 nuts. Thanks for watching my review of Walt and the Promise of Progress City. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the section down below. If you want to check us out on Twitter, we are at ThemeParkNut, and our blog is ThemeParkNut.com. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, cheers.